Shalom, call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rahakwadash. Double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Much peace and blessings to all you sincere Akim out there that's pushing this 100% truth with all sincerity, faith, and with charity. This is your brother Ash from the Great Millstone Miami Camp, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. This lesson is going to be this is going to be an introductory lesson, Lord willing, to a series that I like to bring forth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, entitled Prepare Your Vessel for Power. Prepare your vessel for power. And again, this is going to be an introductory lesson to a series of videos that I'm planning on doing in the near future, going into the different ways that we, when I say we, speaking about us brothers, on the forefront, on the front line, doing the work of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, pushing the word, making our bodies a living sacrifice. Okay, and specifically, you brothers out there that truly believe in that power. You brothers that truly believe in that power, if you know, you know. Okay? This lesson is not for all brothers. Okay? This lesson is not for people standing on the sideline. Okay, this lesson, this series, Lord willing, that I'm about to do, going through the spirit. This is for the brothers that's all the way in. That's all the way in, and truly believe in that power. You know it's real. Okay, not only do you know it's real, you believe you're gonna get it. Okay, this lesson is for the brothers that truly believe in that power and truly believe that they're gonna get it. Okay, so if that's not your level of faith, some of the things I may say in this lesson and in the future lesson, it may not resonate with you. Okay, but who this resonates to, again, if you know, you know. All right, so again, let's prepare our vessels for power. If you truly believe in that power, and you truly believe that that power is coming, why not prepare yourself for it? Why not do everything in your power that you have already, that Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai has given us, to prepare yourself for that future endowment of greater power? Okay? Like it says in the book of Micah, the 3rd chapter, I believe in the 8th verse, but truly I am full of power to declare unto Israel his sin. Matter of fact, let's just grab it. I don't have to butcher it because we could get it. Micah 3. Then we'll go back. Micah chapter 3 and 8. But truly I am full of power by the spirit of Yahweh, and of judgment and of might, to declare unto Jacob his transgression and to Israel his sin. So again, those of you that are on the front line, making your body a living sacrifice week in and week out, putting your face out there, put your body out there for Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, you already have power. And there's levels to power. And in the future, you brothers already have power. If you desire more power, pray for it, seeking it, understanding that you're going to need it, and you believe through the Spirit the Lord is pushing you to desire it, okay? Because as the scriptures say, what's that in Philippians? Let's grab that real quick, so I don't want to butcher that. I believe that's the 1st chapter. No, it's Philippians. Yep. This is Philippians chapter 2. I started 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right, and we bring this out all the time, right? You got to seek out your own salvation, and a part of that is understanding what your lot is, right? Who you are in this truth, who your character, what's your role that Yahweh Bashim Yahshua created you to be in this movie, okay? Go into your character profile, you know? Understand what the will of the Lord is concerning you. Meditate on, and you look over your life, you read the scriptures, meditate on that power. Do you think that's going to be your lot? If so, that's a part of working on your own salvation with fear and trembling. If you truly believe that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is using you as a vessel, okay, to pour his spirit into, you have to consider that the Lord may raise you up with high level power. Whether you want to or not, he may want that for you. You know? Sometimes we get in a mood. I know me personally, the power is really sealed the deal for me in this truth, because I always believed in spiritual power. I was a child. I'm gonna just keep it G. You know? I know I open my lessons and say my name is Ash. You know, that means fire, but really my name is Ash Bahakap. That's been my Hebrew name from day one, fire in the palm. Why? Because I always wanted to shoot fire out my hand since I was a little child. And I always knew it was possible some type of way. And when I found out this truth and I heard of spiritual power, I said, yeah, this is it. So a part of working out your own salvation with fear and trembling is understanding, maybe that's my lot. Maybe that's what the Lord wants for me. And if so, how can I prepare myself for that? How can I get myself where I need to be in order for that to happen? And that's the point of this lesson. That's the point of this series. Okay, and again, this is only for the brothers that's kind of crazy. You got to be kind of crazy to go into this subject and really mean it and really go into it like I'm about to go into it through the Spirit, okay? But this is the next verse. This is the key point. For it is the Most High which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure. So for you to desire spiritual power, the Lord got to put that in you to even desire it, to even pray for it. Again, like I was going to say, sometimes, you know, again, coming into this truth, power, something I meditate on a lot, right? But over years, you have your ups and downs in this truth. And sometimes, me personally, I could get into a mindset of, man, I just hope the Lord don't kill my black ass. I just hope I could escape the nuclear fire. You know? Sometimes you just be low like that. You just hoping the Lord don't smoke your ass. Shit, I could be the last man on a chariot. I don't need no power. Shit. As long as I get raised up in the end, I don't care what happens. Right? But again, sometimes the Lord can send somebody to you and ask you if you still think about those powers. As he did to me. I told this story before. I was at the job. I hadn't been thinking about spiritual power in a minute. And a random dude just came up to me. I'd never seen this dude before in my life. He came straight up to me and said, you still think about those powers? Just like that. He was very animated. Probably was an angel. I guess I'll find out. Right? He asked me straight up, do you still think about those powers? Looked me dead in my eyes and got real close to me and said it very slowly. Do you still think about those powers? Then he said, if you had Superman powers for 2 weeks, what would you do? And then he walked off. Just like that. That was a cut to me. Like, damn, you know, the Lord do want me to meditate on this. He do want me to think about this. So again, it is, read it again, Philippians 2:13. For it is the Most High which worketh in you both to will and to do His good pleasure. So if you desire the power and it's in you, like, you know, it's something deep part of your psyche, that spiritual power is something that always comes back to your mind. That's the Lord put it in your mind, because He's grooming you. He's preparing you. He's preparing you for, so when it drop, you know you ready. Okay? So again, I had already was thinking about this lesson. I was putting certain things together, but the Spirit said, Chatgpt, how can I prepare my vessel to receive spiritual power? You'll be amazed what Chatgpt has to say. Okay? You know, of course, some of these things I already had, but certain things gave me new perspectives on I can add, right? And also, there's other specific minute things and tips and I want to go into continuing on in this series dealing with your vessel, okay? Because when you read the scriptures, a good example is when you read about Samson. When the Spirit of the Lord came upon Samson and he slew 1,000 men with the jawbone of an ass, the scriptures tell you his vessel was weak after that. Okay? He was exhausted after, because we're still in the flesh. And how the scriptures say in Romans the 8th chapter that the Lord, the power that quickened Yahweh's dead body can also quicken your mortal bodies. And we're in the flesh, we're in mortal bodies. Okay, and the Lord can take somebody that's completely unhealthy and just flip the switch on them and turn them into Superman overnight. But the whole point is, look at it this way. Think of the parable of the talents. Your body is a talent that Yahweh gave us. So think about it. Let's say you a father, you brothers that got children, and your son is 16. It's time for him to start driving. He need a car. You just gonna drop even if you had the money to just drop a Ferrari on him, you gonna drop a Ferrari on him on his first vehicle? Hell no. You gonna give him a slower, easier maneuverable vehicle. Okay? So he won't crash out. Well, in the same way, the Lord gave us these bodies. These bodies are like, you know, Honda Accords, like Toyota Corollas, you know. They could be pretty reliable, but they're not the fastest. They're not the best. But if you treat them right, they'll last. Okay? The book of Psalms 139, King David said, well, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your body is the most complex piece of machinery this world has ever seen. I know we talk about how weak our bodies are and this and that, but honestly, I think a lot of brothers take for granted their bodies, man. Honestly. A lot of brothers, I'm gonna just keep it G. A lot of brothers, they use the food being defiled. It's all defiled. Oh, we all in the flesh, you know? And you say that so many times to the point where you are not dealing with the talent that Yahweh Bashim Shai gave you. Okay, you're an Israelite man. Your vessel is the most powerful machine on earth. Real shit. And if you take that into consideration, you actually appreciate that and actually get into how the Lord created you, how the body works, and truly get your body right, get your vessel right, you're increasing your power. Okay? Increasing your mental health, increasing your body health. Don't you know that make it harder for demons to fuck with you? Demons like fucking with the weak-minded. If you eating bullshit all day and watching TV all day, right? Addicted to the screen, that should make your brain weaker. That should make demons easier to fuck with you. Okay? So we have to show Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we have to show him that we can deal with that Ferrari. If you don't properly take care of the Toyota, if you don't properly take care of the Honda Accord, the Hyundai Elantra, why would you drop a Ferrari on you? You're going to crash out with the Ferrari. I hope I'm making sense. So the point of this lesson is you can prepare your vessel for power right now. There's a level of, and I'm speaking from experience, man. I'm talking what I know. Okay, I'm on some real deal health shit. I've been on health since before I came into truth, and you know, but now I'm really accepting my lot. I'm really gonna tap into it through the spirit power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Lord willing. You know, because this is like the elder Yashwamba, I heard him say not long ago, we gotta stop separating our health from the truth. It's the same thing. It's one and the same. Your health is a part of the truth. Your walk in the truth and your walk with your health is the same walk. Okay? You live and you learn. And you know what's good for you, know what's bad for you. You put certain things down, you pick other stuff up. Okay, but if you truly desire power, don't you know there's a level of power that you can tap into right now if you could just get your body right and get your mind right? You start thinking more better. Don't you know your brain is a quantum computer? If your brain is working better, you can get downloads easier. You can develop a lower level of ESP. Real shit. Be able to read spirits, read people's mind. That's because you vibrating on a high level. I'm talking real shit, man. Don't you know that your body has a electromagnetic field? All organic beings have electromagnetic fields. And you can do things to make your magnetic field stronger. To where your presence is felt stronger by people around you. You could develop a stronger magnetism in your body. Right? And I'm not talking no new age shit. I'm talking real deal science stuff, man. But again, that's the point of this lesson. And we're gonna go into all these things, man. Through the spirit. Okay? So let's see what Chatgpt says. It says preparing your vessel, which is your body, right, to receive spiritual power is a deeply personal journey. But many traditions share similar principles that help foster openness, clarity, and alignment. Here's a grounded and respectful guide that synthesizes common wisdom across spiritual paths. Right, so it's giving you a general wisdom that can be applied to different people of walks of faith. But we know our walk is the walk, only walk. And as the scriptures say, all things are pure to the pure. So if you have wisdom, you can extrapolate and take away wisdom and knowledge from anything and filter it with the scriptures, which is what we're going to do. Okay, so 1, purify the vessel. Mind, body, and spirit. Spiritual power flows best through a vessel that is clear and intentionally prepared. So you start by getting your mind right. You got to get that bullshit out of your mind. Okay? It says practice mindfulness or meditation to quiet mental noise. That sometimes you got to stop listening to music for a little bit. Stop watching videos on YouTube. You know? Turn the TV off. And just be able to sit in peace. And you practice that. We have to practice that. Being able to tap into mindfulness and a quietness of mind, a stillness. And the more you practice that, the easier, the faster you can get into that stillness and actually still yourself, calm yourself down. That allows, when you shut off the background noise in your mind, then you can hear the voice of the Lord clear. Okay? It says, examine your beliefs. What thoughts block you from receiving higher wisdom or energy? And that's what the scriptures say. Examine thyself whether thou be in the faith. Know ye not your own selves, how that Hamashiach is in you, lest ye be reprobate? If Hamashiach is in you, if you truly believe that, certain things you're not going to do, certain things you're not going to eat, certain things you're not going to say, certain people you're not going to be around, certain shit you're just not going to tolerate. Okay? Develop humility. Acknowledge that you don't have all the answers. This opens the door to receive. Yahushua said that, Revelation 3rd chapter. Okay? Because thou sayest thou art rich, and know it's not that ye are poor, blind, and naked. Right? Let's just grab it. Revelation 3:17, because thou sayest I am rich and increase with goods and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see. You see? So if you think you got it, you're not going to get it. If you acknowledge that you don't got it, then you can get it. Simple as that. So humility is a big part of obtaining spiritual power, right? So it goes on to say body. So that's the mental aspect, right? Here's the bodily aspect. It says clean living helps. Consider reducing or eliminating intoxicants, processed foods, and harmful habits. Which that's been going out. It's 2025. You still putting bullshit in you still eating anything? You don't really care? I don't know what to tell you, man. It said physical stillness, yoga, breath work, fasting, or even silence creates space for energy to move. Okay? And of course, we don't get all into the yoga, that's going into Hinduism and shit when you really get into it. But yeah, controlling your breath, going out in the forest and the woods, and fasting, all that stuff will boost your spirit. All of that will boost the power that's already in you. It will. You could tap. This is how you tap in. Okay. Spirit, forgive yourself and others. Bitterness blocks flow. Yes, it does. The scripture tell you that in Hebrews the 13th chapter. I don't know. Hebrews the 12th chapter. Let's grab that. Hebrews 12 and 16. Hebrews 12 and 15. Looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of the Most High, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. See that? So you got to be aware of that bitterness. Okay? And how do you get rid of that bitterness? By being spiritual, thinking spiritually, understanding it ain't all about you. Even if you're wrong, even if you're suffering wrongfully, understand that's part of the game plan. That's part of what we signed up for. You're going to suffer wrongfully. Yahushua went on the cross for suffering wrongfully. He died the death of all deaths wrongfully. So who you think you're not going to suffer wrongfully? Right? If you get bitter because you're suffering wrongfully, you are off. You're really not suffering wrongfully. Okay, none of us suffering wrongfully for real anyway, because we all deserve death. All right, that's something else to remember. That'll keep bitterness out of your head. Understand you deserve death. So whatever it is you're going through, are you dead? No? All right, well, keep pushing. Okay? Bitterness blocks flow. Confess and release. That's all throughout the scriptures. Okay? Confess your faults one to another, as James, and pray for one another, that ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Okay? In many traditions, voicing your struggles or shadows frees up space for growth. Right? How are we going to grow if we're afraid to have the uncomfortable conversations? If we're afraid to go into that dark closet, how you going to grow? You ain't growing, my nigga. Okay? Align with higher values. Love, truth, peace, justice. Let these be your guideposts. All right? The scriptures is all about that. The fruits of the spirit. Okay? Faith, patience, meekness, temperance. All right? Charity. These are the things that drive us. These are the things that power our will and intention. These are our motivations in life. Okay? Pure intentions will take you a long way toward that power. Intention is very important. Okay? The Lord knows all of our intention. Think He's gonna give power to a nigga with a wicked intention? No. Okay? 2, empty the cup. Imagine a full cup. You can't pour anything new into it. Spiritual power often requires letting go. Let go of ego. That's very big in the world of Jake. Well, people talk about the male ego, right? With your ego, that's the part of your brain, the part of your mind that tells you that you're separate from everybody and everything else. That's the I-ness, the selfishness of yourself that we all have and supposed to have, but you're supposed to be able to put that in check. You see? A lot of our men, a lot of Israelite men are dead in the grave or locked up for the rest of their life because of their ego. Because they couldn't let shit roll off their back, because they had something to prove. Okay? Whether it be to the black woman or whether it be to other men. Okay? They let their ego get the best of them. Okay? The Jake man can have a very fragile ego, but the more confident you are in yourself through the spirit of power, Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, the less easier it is for this world to bruise your ego. The bigger and weaker your ego is, that's just the less confidence you have in Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai. If you truly have confidence in Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, you don't give a damn what nobody think about you. Okay? Because at the end of the day, it's really you and Yahweh Shai. Okay? Let go of ego, attachments. Right, attachments. Sometimes you have attachments to things in this world that are not beneficial or conducive to the truth, but you just are attached to it because of the image or, the vainglory that's associated with it. And I'm talking to myself first, man. Okay? Distractions, control, surrender the need to feel powerful. You see? There's a difference of a powerful man and a man with power, or a man in a powerful position. Okay? The elites are men in powerful positions, but the elect of Israel are powerful men. Okay? So we don't need to feel powerful. Feel like you want a conversation or everything turned into a shouting match. When you know the Lord is dealing with you, you know the power of Yahweh Shemel Shai is in you, you don't got to prove that to nobody. Because you know what you know. Okay? And when it's time to be revealed, it will be revealed. We don't gotta show out for ourselves or nobody. Okay? Practice not knowing. Power often comes through mystery, right? Submission. That's how you truly submit to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Lord, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why I'm in this position. I don't even know how the hell I got here, but I trust you though. I trust you're gonna get me out of this. I trust you're gonna get me through this. I can't even see how, but I know you're gonna work a miracle. That's when the power comes. You trying to figure it out yourself and trying to get all the answers and do it on your own. Power ain't coming through that way. Okay? 3, ask, invite, welcome. Spiritual energy respects consent and intention. Right, just like you got these wicked ass Jakes, wicked ass satanic Hispanics, you wicked ass Negroes all into the Ifa, all into the voodoo, all into the Santeria. Right? And they get into that shit for power. Right? They have to basically give those spirits the consent to go into their vessel. That's why they go through extensive rituals to get initiated. Those demons that's on them, they can't just jump inside of you. You gotta welcome them. You gotta call them. You gotta do what they tell you to do, and you gotta beg them to come inside of you. That's what they do. Thinking that they're going to get power from that. They're offering their vessels to Satan. Well, on the right-hand side, we have to offer our vessel to Yahweh Shemel Shai. We have to ask and pray for the Lord to fill our vessel with his spirit, to possess us, to righteously possess us, to take our will. I don't want to hold the wheel. I might crash. You take the wheel, Lord. You drive. That's submission. That's letting go. Yeah, Apostle Paul said, when I am weak, therefore, then I am strong. You see? We're not seeking our own power. We're seeking the Lord's power. Okay, it says, pray or speak out loud. I open myself to the light, wisdom that serves the highest good. You know, there's prayers in the scriptures. There's things you could say. You come up with yourself. You know? The Hebrew, tapping into the Hebrew prayers, which we know has a more powerful effect. If certain languages can have a greater effect in terms of prayer and power, why can't certain people prayer have a greater effect and power if they're operating in the higher level of the spirit? If you're in one way to operate in the higher level of the spirit is to get your vessel right. Okay, we are vessels of Yahweh Shemel Shai. If your vessel is fucked up, it don't matter how good the Spirit of the Lord is, it's not going to flow through you right, because your vessel is fucked up. Your antenna is fucked up. Okay? You might have Comcast or whatever, the best streaming service, but if your antenna is fucked up, you're not going to pick it up. You're not going to pick up the signal. And you're not going to be able to watch the game. You ain't going to be able to watch the fight. Okay? Create a ritual or sacred space. A moment where you can consciously welcome power to enter your life. Right? That could be what? In the mornings, waking up, reading, praying, right? Going to a specific place, going to a specific park, or a specific place by the water. You know? You gotta find that place sometimes, because that can trigger certain memories just by going to a certain place, smelling the same smells and shit. It can activate your brain to get back to a certain mental space, right? You can have a certain incense that you light, you know, and when you smell that incense, it gives you the memory of power. I know when I get a real good frankincense and myrrh, a sweet myrrh, or poponax, You put that shit together, the smell is like a super smell, man. I need to get me some more. But just look into the olfactory system and the way memories work on the brain. Smells, you understand why the scriptures refer to the prayers of the saints as incense, going before the Most High and causing him to remember his people. Okay? Be specific. What are you seeking? Guidance, courage, healing, clarity. The Most High wants us to be specific, man. The scriptures say, when thou come pray, prepare thyself, right? And you don't want to just be hugging the phone with the Lord, just talking. Say what you want, man. Don't beat around the bush. You want power? Tell the Lord you want power. You want wisdom? Tell the Lord you want wisdom. Okay? The scriptures say, ye have not because ye ask not. And when you ask amiss, that you may consume it on your lust. Right? 4, make yourself useful. Spiritual power is often given not just for you, but through you for others. Scripture say you're going to raise up saviors. That's what you have to understand. The power ain't just going to be so you can stun on niggas, flex on niggas, and get hoes. No. It's so that you can be a model, a representation of Yahushua on the earth. Okay? Ask, how can I serve? Take aligned action. Volunteer, create, speak truth, heal, teach, protect. This is what the scripture is all about. Feed the sheep. Raise the dead. Right? Be as a father to the fatherless. Instead of a husband, a father to the widows. Responsibility and readiness go hand in hand with power. Ain't that what Uncle Ben told Peter Parker? Right? With great power comes great responsibility. And that's easier said than done. That's deeper than we can really conceive right now. But the Lord is demanding us to be leaders and examples, powerful examples, man. The Lord got so much high standards for us and things to prepare for us that we can't even believe. Like, damn, Lord, that's what you want me to be? That's the level you want me to be on? Yeah. God mode, baby. Okay, 5. Listen and obey. Oh, it says, hold on. Responsibility and readiness go hand in hand with power. As you grow, more may be entrusted to you. It's not what Yahushua said? To whom much is given, much is required. Okay, 5. Listen and obey. Receptivity is about sensitivity and obedience to subtle nudges, right? It's another thing with preparing your vessel, and you have to know your vessel, okay? And in order to really do that, you got to cut out a lot of shit. You got to cut out a lot of shit you eat, a lot of shit, bullshit you put in your body. Because a lot of stuff we put in our body hijacks our brain, hijacks our natural thought processes and actions in our body to where you desire other things that you don't need. It's because you're under the influence of other things and substance, right? Hawked up on sugar. So you think you want more sugar. You think you're hungry because you eat so many damn carbs, right? And you're not even hungry at all. You have plenty of energy source in your body. Plenty. You could go days without eating. But you think you're so damn hungry. It's because the shit you eating is hijacking your brain. So you don't even really understand the subtle nudges in your body of hunger versus, tiredness. You don't even know what's going on inside of you, right? There's certain parts of your body that you can move that you think that you can't move. I know it sounds crazy. There's parts of your body that you can move that you don't think that you can move, but you're just not on that level of subtleness in your body. You don't have that much body control. You don't even know it exists because you don't really know how to listen to your body. You're not really in tune with your body. Okay, if you're really, really in tune with your body You can feel yourself about to get sick before you get sick. And you can attack it before you get sick and prevent it. If you're really in tune with your body, you'll know if you could take a bite of something and say, I'm not eating that. That's gonna mess me up. You could smell something like, I can't do that. Okay? When you know yourself, you gotta that's a part of putting your body in subjecting the flesh. You control your body. Your body does not control you. Okay? Pay attention to dreams, intuition, synchronicities, and inner promptings. What about? Hey, you wanna know a synchronicity? How about this for a synchronicity and a sign? Check this out. If you can see this, as I was walking, as I read synchronicity, I'm walking on the sidewalk. You see? You don't know if y'all can see that. On the sign it says early with 3 exclamation points and a mad face. So what you take from that? The Lord wants us to seek him early. Right as I'm talking about, pay attention to dreams, intuition, and synchronicity. That is a synchronicity. Right? Early. The scriptures say, seek now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. In their affliction they shall seek me early. And they got the mad face. Right? It's early morning right now. I'm doing this lesson. Got up early in this morning. You know, that's a part of preparing your vessel for power, waking up early. The early bird get the worm, right? But anyways, pay attention to dreams, which the scriptures speak about dreams. You don't get all into every dream, right? But check this out. If your vessel is fucked up, you know you don't dream like that. If you brother's not dreaming, if you're not really dreaming like that means you're not healthy. Dreaming is a natural process that even animals do. So if you going to sleep every night, you're not dreaming at all, that means something's wrong with your brain. You need to cut something out and possibly add something else. Okay? But we know the Lord can speak to us through our dreams. We know the Lord can speak to us through our intuition. But if your mind is messed up in your vessel, the intuition ain't gonna really be clicking like that. Certain red flags is gonna appear, and you just gonna walk right past it. As the scriptures say, the simple pass on and are punished. Because the Lord gave all creatures a form of intuition. Even the animals have intuition. That's why before a storm comes, you'll see animals just dip out. Because they more in tune with their bodies and with nature than most humans are. Because most humans eat a lot of bullshit, eat a lot of garbage, and just do a lot of garbage. Listen to garbage, they're just totally polluted. So they're not in tune with themselves. They're not in tune with the earth. Synchronicities, that's when you say something and something else happen right immediately after, that's when everything is lining up. That shows you that the Lord has you on a certain path. When everything is lining up, when the numbers align, when the stars align, so to speak, you're at the right place at the right time. Chance and circumstance. Okay, as the scriptures say, the race is not given to the swift. It's not of he that run the fast, but time and chance happen to them all. So time and chance is greater than you trying to be something or do something. But when you're flowing in the spirit and submitting to the will of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, you will be at the right place at the right time no matter what. The Lord gonna order your steps. Okay? Test what you receive. Does it align with love and truth? Right. Filter it with the scriptures. Somebody may come into your life. Oh, who is this person coming into my life? You gotta filter with the scriptures, nigga. Okay? Respond when you receive instruction. Even small actions matter. Right. Show the Lord that you hear his voice. The scriptures say, for lo, Most High speaketh once, yet twice, but man perceive it not. In a dream, in the vision of the night, when deep sleep cometh upon men, he openeth their ears and sealeth their instruction. Okay? You have to be in tune with Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. You have to show the Lord. You can hear those little voices, those subtle signs here and there, and you acknowledge that that's the Lord. The Lord loves that. The scripture says, acknowledge him in all thy ways, and he shall direct thy paths. So if you see something, and it reminds you of the scripture, or remind you of a scripture, or remind you of something dealing with the Spirit of the Lord, give thanks to the Lord. Give a praise. Show the Lord that I accept that you're sending me a sign. I can see your sign, Lord. I accept that you're attempting to communicate with me. The water, I will reciprocate. I will communicate back to you. Okay? You know how high level that is to communicate with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai? For him to send you signs that you can actually interpret and know what to do. Okay? Six, surround yourselves with alignment. The environment matters. Spend time with wise people in sacred texts or in nature. All right. Scriptures say if you find a man of high wisdom, roughly paraphrasing, wear the footsteps of his door, you know. Be thou continually with a godly man that thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord. Right? Meditate in the word of the Lord day and night, for therein thou shalt have good success. Reduce spiritual noise, media, gossip. Yeah, gossip. That's ain't no brothers being no damn gossip. Okay, shouldn't no brothers be watching them black women shows with nothing but gossip on it. Right? Environments that drain you. Stay away from these fucking hoes. Ain't nothing more draining than these hoes. Nothing. They're succubus. Okay? The vast majority of these women are succubuses. That's all they want to do is drain you. That's it. And that's drain you energetically, mentally, drain you of your attention, drain you of your time, drain you of your finances. That's all. They just want to suck the life out of you. And if you're a man of the Lord, you're a prophet of the Lord, you're supposed to know that. Okay? Seek mentorship, community, or accountability. Right, the brotherhood. Iron sharpeneth iron. Okay? Tap in with the men that the Lord placed you around. Tap in with the brothers that's closest to you. Use the brotherhood. Don't abuse it. Okay? The scriptures say, iron sharpeneth iron. 7. Be patient and trust the process. Spiritual empowerment is often a slow unfolding, not a lightning strike. You see? Which the Lord could just drop power on you. But why would he do that? And you're not ready for it. No, you have there's a path to the power. Okay? There's a method to the madness. Lord is just gonna drop power on people that unexpectedly. No, the men that's gonna get power speaking through the Spirit are men that's are expecting it, praying for it, and preparing themselves for it. Those are the men that's gonna get the power. That's what I believe, according to the scriptures. From what I read and what I can discern through my spirit. I don't think it's gonna be brothers that never thought about the power, never, did anything to prepare their vessel, never did nothing, and then one day the Lord's gonna drop high level power on them. Nah, I don't think it's gonna work like that. Okay? Avoid forcing it. Right? Like, yeah, that wicked ass. Yeah, the wicked ass nigga Wile Coyote tell all those brothers down here, wait till I get that power. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill all you. Wait till the Lord get that power. Shut your ass up, nigga. Okay? You can't force the power, man. Lord gonna give the power to who he want to give it to. Okay? Trust that preparation is part of the empowerment. See? Preparation is a part of the empowerment. Remain steady even when nothing seems to be happening. The Lord is always working in the background, man. Always. He never turns off. Oh, what's the shit? Shit. Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 28. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting power, Yahweh, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? There is no searching of his understanding. So he don't get tired. All right, the Lord don't stop. All right. Bear with me, my folly. Okay, 29. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young man shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. And they're gonna fly. Yeah, they're gonna fly. Yeah. This video, this series for brothers that truly believe they're gonna fly on this side. Without wings. Without a goddamn Iron Man suit. Okay? They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. So the Lord's gonna energize us, man. He's gonna turn us up. But the whole point is, don't you know it's things you could do to turn yourself up right now? How turned up do you want to be? You want to be all the way turned up? I'm trying to be all the way turned up. There's things you can do right now to get yourself all the way turned up. Maybe not all the way turned up, but there's things you can do right now to get yourself as turned up as you can be before the Lord truly turn you up. And I believe that if you can show the Lord that you really want to be turned up by doing everything you can to turn yourself up, I believe he'll do the rest of the turning up. That's what I believe. That's the point of this lesson and this series. Okay, so final thought. Spiritual power is not about domination or superiority. It's about becoming a conduit, a vessel, through which healing, insight, love, and transformation can flow. That starts not by grabbing for power, but by becoming open, clear, and available to something greater than yourself. Okay? So again, the power is coming. It's already here. There's things you can do to tap into it right now. So this was just an introductory lesson. And Lord willing, in the near future, I'm going to come back. And it's probably going to be a lengthy series. We're going to be talking about all different type of things you could be doing to improve your health, improve your mitochondrial function, which is the powerhouse of your body. Right? You want power, you gotta look into mitochondria. Okay? Study mitochondria. Study how your body converts and produces energy from the foods you eat, the air you breathe, the light from the sun. Yes, we are melanated beings. Yes, your melanin does take light from the sun and convert it to electricity. It sounds crazy, but that's very true. Okay, Esau can't do that like that. Okay? When we're talking about light, when we're talking about magnetism, right? Grounding, lowering your carb intake, right? Different supplements and things you could take to get yourself on a higher brain level. We're going to be talking about neurotransmitters. We're talking about dopamine, serotonin, all that good shit, man. All right, and you brothers that's on the same timing as me, you brothers out there that really want to get on your shit, you want to be as healthy and as fit and as fast and as strong as possible, especially for when the evil days come. This series is for you. Okay, so that's pretty much it for now. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashmi Yoshai. Until the next one, shalom.